Here we go. Yay. Welcome back. Welcome back, Terri, Thayer, everybody in the chat.
Happy
Yay.
Free Britney Day.
I know.
Isn't that great? Yeah.
And it was just enough. I said, gee, isn't it great that she got, that she got let go today and everything. And I get all these naysayers on Facebook. Well, she had a lot of drugs and she did this and I'm like, can't you just be happy?
Yeah.
Can't you just be happy for the girl?
Yeah.
Anyway, so ladies, I just happened to notice this while we were waiting that not only hypnicity, but Esther says she's been having a lot of ear ringing too. So maybe we want to do a deep dive on that.
I just want to say, because of my COVID,
yeah,
I have been having intense ear ringing.
Really?
Tinnitus. Yeah, I mean, like very loud. I've had it for 3 weeks. So
I've had ear ringing too. So, but
okay.
I have tinnitus, so it's very hard to say if that's actually different.
Right.
It is different, but it's not too different.
Yeah. Well, when Susan Lynn was on Monday, she said we're getting all these light codes, and the light codes are bombarding us. And plus, we've had some sunstorms. So I wonder if that might have something to do with it too. But yes, it's hard if you have tinnitus to know whether it's tinnitus or it's something more than that. Wow.
Yeah, well, I'll get my pendant out and read on
all right.
that.
You do it.
It's supposed to be. You're welcome, Miss Mims. You're very welcome. It was a great reading. It's something with angelic. I know that the intense ear ringing for me, it's a change of frequency.
Ah, okay.
And I really think I got the COVID for a reason, just to so I could do a reboot.
Good for you. Well, I mean, not that you had to go through that, but
but I really felt like it was a reboot.
Yeah. It's as a matter of fact, I just read today, Terri, that we may in Washington State go back to wearing masks. They may mandate it again. Yeah, because it's going to be bad. It's already getting bad. Yeah. So I just want to say hi, Viviani, Linda De Gonzalez, Miss Mims, Esther, Hypnicity, Craig, and Carolyn. How are you, dear? Viviani, Thelma, nice to see you. Thelma's here from the UK. T-Barb, you have tinnitus? Oh, it's too loud to be able to tell any different. Hi, Lise. Hi, Jenny. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Wow. All right. Oh, Squatty O'Data's here too? Wow. Squatty O'Data MJ is her handle. See?
Oh.
Yeah. She works with the Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, yeah. Oh. The Bigfoot. Yeah. They just had a really good Bigfoot film. I saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this guy was boating, and there's a clearing on this peninsula, and this Bigfoot walks right across it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was like well, I'm having sun problems. Yeah, and it was the same. It was like a reddish kind of color. If you go to the Coast AM, they should have it on there.
Okay.
So, well,
there's a lot of people that have seen them. I was talking with Heather yesterday. I was on her show, and her husband also has seen them in Vancouver, Washington.
So,
yeah. Wow. Anyway, Terri, what did you get with your pendulum? I'm sorry.
I asked the pendulum, and they, is this new ear ringing from spirit? And it said yes. And then I said, is it light code activations? And it said yes.
Oh.
And so, I mean, I don't know much more than that.
Yeah.
I do want to say something interesting about tinnitus, or however you pronounce it. I have tinnitus in both ears.
Okay.
And I've been doing the Monroe hemisync kind of things, and where you're kind of starting, you're trying to learn these things. And I was able to finally recognize, because I've used these sound generators before to try to figure out what is where is mine at, and how can I neutralize it? And I haven't been able to find that.
Oh.
And I realized, though, through doing them, that both of my ears are at different megahertz. I don't know what they are, but they're different. and they sync up like a hemisync. Maybe that's, I don't want to fix the tinnitus now. It's working.
Wow. I often wondered if that was just because we listened to music too loud when we were younger. Because I remember coming out of, I didn't go to very many concerts, but when I did, I couldn't hear for days. Yeah.
I would be right in front of the speakers.
Oh, wow.
I was like, give it to me.
Yeah, I never went to any concerts as a kid, but I did shoot a lot of rifles, so maybe that was it.
Well, that's a loud sound. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Wow. So Thelma says that she's had it for 40 years and she understands it is from spirit. So there's something about that. And so while you have that, Terri, do you still have clairaudience?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Okay.
I've never, no, let me back up. I have claircognizance, not clairaudience.
Oh, okay.
Once in a while I'll get some clairaudience, but that's not my strongest one. But I think it helps me tune in more. I think that's what it does.
Okay. So Jenny says it's spirit downloading info. I really do believe that. I believe that between that and the light codes, and the light codes are meant to heal us. But then I keep seeing the solar storms being listed on, like there's a gal that does it on Instagram. She tells us whenever there's a really bad solar storm. So we've got that as well. Wow. Oh, Linda, you're funny. Yours is from babies and parrots shrieking into your ears.
Well, that's the best way to get it, I think.
I guess so.
And babies and parrots are very similar. For the 2-year-old intelligence, which is delightful.
So I do want to mention that it's interesting that Thayer's daughter just got married, and that's probably where you picked up.
Yeah, that's
I know we're all happy for you. It's probably where you picked up COVID. Yeah, but I wanted to say congratulations. I enjoyed seeing the pictures. And now my daughter is going to get married, and she wasn't supposed to be getting married. So I think it's just, and then I went in to get my watch fixed. And I said to the lady in there something about my daughter's getting married. She says, oh, mine's just got married yesterday at the town hall or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. So I guess it's that time of year to get married. Well, but I realized my daughter's birthday is the 16th. We have Christmas, and now she's going to have an anniversary in December. I think that's cruel. She's going I'm going to have to spend a lot of money in December now.
Right. Yeah. The Christmas fund is not enough.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So yes, congratulations. Everybody looks so happy in the pictures, including yourself. So and I'm sorry.
It was a wing ding ceremony in a park somewhere, and when they said the vows to each other, it was full of emotion and love and energy. It didn't matter anything else, but when they really got into it. So to me, it was a real marriage. They cried.
I'm happy for you. Yeah,
it was lovely. And the same, and I think the Same-Sex Marriage Act or something passed the Senate.
Yes, it just did. Yes, it's on Joe's desk.
Yes, so Biden's going to sign it, which is, whew.
You think, I know, and you think about all the things really that he doesn't get credit for it. He gets, Slow Joe, and he's done a lot of stuff.
A lot.
Holy mackerel. Yeah.
A whole lot. So
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and Kelly's box that I sent is gonna probably at the post. Took it like 2 weeks to get to Ontario. So it went down to Los Angeles first. I sent her a bunch of cards.
Right.
So, and it's like a Christmas, and it's a box that's probably about this big. So it should be fun to open. Hello, Rachel Hutchison, coming over from Facebook. It's nice to see you. Welcome. You okay there, Thayer?
Yeah. A little residual.
Yeah. So just so everybody knows, we're working on, last week we had Joan and Mark and myself, and we seem to be able to talk to more people and get things done in a more expeditious way so everybody can have a chance to be read. So we're going to try this. I think it's going to work out fine. We'll just be changing, and it won't always be the same. You'll always have to put up with me, but not the same two people. We'll always have, be working with each other, but not always the same other pair. So we're going to try that and see how that goes into the new year. So in the meantime,
mix it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So let's see. Yes, Mama Two Dogs. It's nice to see you. Yes, Miss Mims. He has done more for us than anyone in decades. I think they said FDR.
Yeah.
Is the one that he's. Yeah. You're okay-ish. Yes, you may have a reading. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, if I've got you on here, Rachel, but if everybody can just do your what you'd like for your readings and put it in caps if possible, that would be awesome. And we will see what we can get done for you today. You're welcome to do. Okay, Thelma, you're welcome to do. It might be helpful if you tell us what kind of reading you want. We can do mediumship readings, but if you want a mediumship reading, we need the first name of the person and their relationship, and it can be a friend. That's fine, but just tell us. And or you can get a psychic reading done, or if you want me to pull a card or whatever. Okay.
Color reading.
Yours. All right. General for you. All right. A message from All Right Star Midnight. Yeah. Okay. Her name is Jocelyn, Thelma, or is it Joan? Must be Joan. Okay. All right.
Oh, from my sister Joan. Yeah.
It is Joan. Okay.
I think it's Joan.
Mama Two Dogs.
Yeah, because the A and the S are together.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah, and sorry about that. I tried to not have the slow mode as slow. It's only 10 seconds. Whatever comes through. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start then. But I'll be checking to see if there's any more, and I'll also let you know if we have enough. Okay, so let's go. So Rachel Hutchinson would like a reading, and further down she tells me what she just wants a general reading. Okay?
Nice name, Rachel.
Is that your new daughter-in-law's name?
I know.
Is it? Oh.
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm Hutchinson. Hutchinson.
Oh, last name. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep. That's right.
Picking up a distant female energy. I don't know if it's mother or grandmother. She's sort of behind some glass waving to you, sort of sitting back, like, sort of in the back seat of the car. And she's sort of waving in a shy way, going, hello, hello. Do you remember me? So it might be a grandmother.
Yep, that's what she says.
I feel
grandmother.
She had glasses on and sort of grandmotherly hair. And she's saying that she knew you when you were very little. And I'm getting a feeling that she was very frail when that she was not a very athletic person. Mm-hmm. But we'll let everybody else read, but she seems to be just checking in, sending love, and I feel like it's the Queen's wave. I'm getting the Queen's wave. Very careful, very delicate, very proper. And she's saying, I remember you and I know you. And just because we didn't spend a lot of time together, I remember you and I know you and I love you.
So, oh, that's nice.
Are you done?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Well, right away on my stage, I suddenly saw this tower grow, and it was dark looking, blues and purples, and this tower growing. And I was kind of like, ooh, is this a tower moment? Is this bad? Is this good? Immediately that's what I'm thinking about. But then as Thayer kept reading, and I had time to sit with it a little bit to like, what's going on here? What's going on here? The tower never fell. But what I saw then is at the top of the tower, I saw you looking out. And I think this is what it means instead. You're a beacon of light. You're a beacon calling people in, calling people home. Because as I saw you at the top looking to the left, then I saw pink light just emanating from you, going out. You were calling people to them. So I believe that you are basically coming into a time where you're going to really be shining your light out at people, that you're going to be learning and growing, but bringing people into the knowledge, some of this knowledge that you have of spirituality. So,
wow.
yeah.
That's awesome. So you saw there that her grand used to wave through the window.
That's what I saw. It was somebody waiting for
That's what you saw? Okay. So I got something totally different, but that's okay. I got work. I got something about your work going on. I'm not sure if it's a new job or what, but there is a fox there at that surrounds you at work, and you know that foxes can be sneaky. So just watch out for somebody that might be sneaky around you doing something that there it is, a little red fox. Yeah. And that you are trying to find the balance at work as well. A cyclist here, but you have to be in balance on that cycle so that it doesn't fall over. Yet, at the same time, remember that people will say it's just like a bicycle. Once you know how to ride one, you can get back on. It's not hard, right? I'm seeing that perhaps the holidays are going to offer you some solitude, and you're kind of hunkered down, maybe at home or in a very nice place. And make sure you take the time to enjoy the beauty that surrounds you, especially during the holiday season. So you've got people coming through, and you've got some things going on the planet as well. Yeah.
Rachel said, I see numbers and smell and feel things. So that's close to your reading.
Yeah.
Psychic bounce, baby.
Oh, yeah. I have to tell you, you have to answer a question, Terry. And I know Terry can't, she's got such a small thing she can't see, but Miss Mims wonders, she loves your Christmas tree. And is that a bird or a whale that's in blue behind you?
Oh yeah, it looks like a whale. Yeah,
that is a whale.
Oh, how pretty!
Look.
Yeah,
beautiful
whale.
Yeah,
I saw him, and I take spiritual journeys. And one time I was meditating. One of my guides came and got me, and we went down into the Pacific Ocean. And then they took me way, way down, and I went with a whale like this into a portal. And the whale's name is Mark, so this is in honor of Mark.
Oh. I miss Mark's shirt today.
I know, that's the only thing about not having Mark here.
Thursday.
Yeah, so, Gotta put a shirt on the whale, and we'll make sure.
But I meant the whale's name was Mark.
Mark. So. Okay. So Thelma Truitt would like a reading and wonders if she can hear from her sister Joan that has passed. Hi, spiritual rain.
I'm seeing a a tallish, thin woman with darkish hair. And I'm hearing a little bit like, remember Perry Mason and his secretary?
Oh
yeah.
Ella Street.
Ellen Street.
Daryl Street. So I'm seeing sort of that vibe, that style of a woman, not necessarily of that era, but somebody who was very supportive, very aware of other people that were around them, not always taking the spotlight, but supporting, but more of a support person.
Uh-huh. Let's see what I can come up with.
She seems a little shy, and wants to mention that you two used to go sneak out of the house and do things together when you were kids. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm seeing you guys going out and having fun when you were children. It's like I'm feeling a happy, very happy childhood memory. Giggling, doing a lot of giggling.
Wow.
Something with the lungs, something with breathing in the lungs, where she just couldn't expand or grow anymore. But she's very content. I'm getting a nice feeling of being very content and settled, and whatever was bothering her in life is no longer bothering her. I know that's sort of general.
She had clots.
She had clots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what they said. Yep.
Yeah, I'm feeling a clogged. And did she have a daughter? I feel like she had a daughter.
Spiritual Rain likes your Perry Mason reference.
Yeah.
It's cool. All right.
She had 2 daughters. Okay.
2 daughters. Do you want me to go, Terry?
Oh,
or are you?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I was just kind of waiting for Thayer to.
Yeah.
Okay. You go then.
So I am also seeing Joan on the stage, but she looks a little different to me. She's older. She's showing me herself in that she liked nature a lot. For some reason, she has a funny little hat on. It looks like a little mushroom cap hat, kind of. She's showing me that, and all of the around her is snow, and she's reminding me of like Christmases past. She's showing there was like this smoke or cloudiness, and it kind of went out over the earth, and showing. I think she was really showing me that she enjoyed Christmas probably as a child with you. She's just there bringing it. It seems like with the whole thing that she's trying to show me is trying to make me feel nostalgia and good memories and the time right now, the kind of Christmas time, and that
she loved Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, okay, she's with you. She I'm going to hazard a guess here, but it's almost like I'm feeling that if she was decorating her Christmas tree now, she'd have little earthy ornaments, like the little sparkly mushrooms and things like that. And I think she's just really showing that she's a down-to-earth person. She loved holidays, loved being part of that. And I feel like this wisp of smoke that she's kind of sending out is really almost like a hug to you too. Like it's coming around you to hug you, to remind you of the good times.
That's nice, Thelma. I do. I get she's giving you a rose. She says, I remember the tender moments that we shared together when I was with you. And I'm still with you. Actually, she says, I'm around you like an eagle. Just look to me because, like an eagle would survey from above, she says, make sure that you always honor your intuition. She thinks you do, but she said, make sure, just from her vantage point. And I'm getting a blockage. I don't know what the blockage is. And I wonder if that's the arteries that Thayer was coming up with. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah. A blockage. Yep. I don't know. Do you have a brother, or was her husband, or I get a prince here. I don't know if there was somebody that just was a prince of a man. Maybe she's with that person. I'm not sure, but wants to bring this person up to you. And she says, keep telling our stories. I tell my stories, you tell your stories, because they're right in my heart. And there's that owl again. And that was in the intuition as well. It was in that card, and there it is again. So she says, your brother. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. That was pretty interesting. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Thelma.
Thelma, yeah. She's okay. I'm getting the sense that she's happy to be out of her body.
Uh-huh. Okay, so we have Star Midnight, wondering if we have any messages from guides or guardian angels. Thank you, Star Midnight. It's good to see you.
I'm hearing dance the night away. Dance the night away. I'm trying to go with my first impression. I'm just seeing, have a good time, celebrate your life, or go dance and see the lighter side of things. Yes, have a really good holiday. That's what I'm hearing.
Uh-huh.
Don't let all of the little hooks of the holiday get you down. If somebody's being a Debbie Downer, go talk to the next person. To keep you away from being a Debbie Downer.
That's right. Leave her back in Saturday Night Live where she belongs.
Yeah. To really, I don't want to say work, because that is the wrong word, but to flip your attitude from the doldrums to the happy. Put on a Christmas movie and cry. Call old friends. Do something really different to really get new energy and new life into your heart. So,
wow, this is really interesting. Before I got on the program, I was kind of meditating, and as I was meditating, they took me to the Akashic records, which for me looks like a little English cottage. It's and it was just, they were just showing me all these glistening, snowy, beautiful backgrounds. In fact, how Allie's background looks right now, if you kind of blur your eyes a little, because I can't see that well, kind of look like that a little. Okay. They're taking me there, and then I'm like, okay, what does this mean for her? What does this mean for her? And then suddenly part of the vision opens up, and two people wearing black and red, big kind of buffalo plaid ski up. I mean, it's kind of like it's, and I'm like, okay, hi, who are you? They are two guides for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think these are two new guides coming in.
Great.
And they even volunteered their names right away, which is Jim and Jan. So I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
J&J.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess
Jim and
you're
J.
kind of getting a holiday present there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I can verify that because look, they're just warming up. They're just warming up. They said. And you're just getting started and they're just getting started with you. So there you go. And I have gotten this card almost for, I would say 50% of the time for people, this next card. And I absolutely love the card and it keeps coming up and it just tells me how elevated this community is. I got your follow your heart. You can trust your feelings. Light worker, carrying the light for others. So that's what your guides want you to do. And they're saying you're just warming up. You're just getting started. Things are going to start moving along for you. You're under your lucky star and it's time to take a chance. So whatever it is that you're wanting to take a chance about, do it now. It looks like it's a good time to do it. So there you go.
Mistletoe, wow. You might get kissed.
Oh, wow. Lise says, can some of us learn to go to the Akashic records? You can. It's just one of those things. There is a guy that we've had on before. His name is Bob Brunges, and he does Akashic Life record readings. I've not been able to. I've actually accessed mine in dreams, and I've had so much wonderful information, but when I wake up, it's gone. So I think that there is some practice that needs to be done, and I'm not real sure how to facilitate letting you know how to do that. I think it has to do with vibration and moving up your vibration. Terri, what do you think?
So the way I tried it the very first time was that there was on YouTube, there was a little guided kind of hypnosis. And I thought, well, no, I have a little bit of time on my hands here. I'm going to try this. And it worked. I got there to the cottage. And, here's the thing. If I would try that. I would try one of the little guided hypnosis and don't discount what you see, because I thought I would see this marvelous library, this, like all fancy, Harry Potter like. And I just go to a cottage and it has a great big book on the table. And then it has bookshelves on either side of the dining room and they have a horse stables. And the first time I never got to read anything because I'm like, horses. And I went out and pet the horses. Then the little hypnosis ended and I woke up and I'm like, dang it, I didn't get to read anything. I just pet horses.
Wow.
But I've been back.
Have you guys heard of the book, The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, Haig? It's about somebody going to the Midnight Library, which is the Akashic Records. And so it's a lot of fun. I doesn't tell you how to do it. It's a fiction, but it's really, really good. And so I'm just passing that along. It was a great story. So yes, thanks, Miss Mims, for putting up Bob Brunges. And yes, I would highly recommend a session with him as well. If you're wanting to know how to get in touch with him, I think I can probably dig up his information. He also has a website for the Akashic Records, and he's wonderful. He's very low key, and but he told me some fascinating things about my past lives. I think I would like to know other things in the Akashic Records if I had a chance. But,
I've had him read me too, because I have been there and read past lives, but I wanted very specific information about this life. And so I knew I didn't want to get distracted again. I knew I'd distract myself with something. So I did have him read on the question I wanted to find out, and it was extremely helpful.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. And he's not too, relatively speaking, I know that a lot of people don't have extra money for these things, but he's not too expensive. I think it was, if I remember correctly, somewhere around 100 something, maybe $100. I can't remember, but and I don't know if he went up.
Wasn't too bad.
Wasn't too bad. Yeah.
No.
Okay, so we got mom of 2 dogs. There you go. Ann Simpson, I'm so glad you took your lunch. Ann's down in down under, you know, and she doesn't get to see us live all the time. So Bob's not the only Akashic reader. Jenny says, yes, that's very true. I believe that so is, oh God, why can't I think of his name? Scott Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Scott's Spiritual Essence. I believe he does it. Thank you, Miss Mims, for putting up the website. But yes, there are other people. Thank you, Jenny.
I'm seeing a big, burly man with dark hair. Big man with dark hair, because I saw the dogs playing. They're playing, and then this big sort of outdoor looking kind of guy with dark hair comes in. See what he wants to say. Getting brother or uncle.
Okay.
He built things. He's got big hands, big heart, blue eyes. Very quiet. He's not really saying anything.
Sounds like her husband's Uncle Steve.
Yeah. He likes the dogs, though. He's like one of these quiet guys that likes the animals. I'm not really. He seems like a person that would come in for a cup of coffee and sit down, and really not say a lot. And that's what I'm getting, is somebody that's sitting down, not saying a lot, but you really feel his presence, sort of like a gentle giant, like and he likes walking in the woods and being connected to nature.
Oh, wow. You're describing him exactly. He was in construction.
Yeah.
And wow.
Yeah. So he's just coming in and saying hi. I feel like an accident or something has happened to him unexpectedly. Whatever he died of, it was not, no one saw it coming. So, but he says, I'm the keeper of the animals. I'm the keeper of the dogs. All animals that have crossed over from the family are with me. And and I'm taking care of them until you come over too. And not to worry, that everybody is very well loved and taken care of here, the way I loved and took care of the animals and nature in life.
Mm-hmm.
So
cancer, it was quick. She says cancer, it was
cancer,
quick.
yeah. Something that it just like one day was fine, and then he went to the doctor, and boom, he I wouldn't mind going out on a date with him.
You got to wait a little while there.
I know.
He'll be waiting for you over there with a glass of wine.
He's the kind of guy that, like, if I saw him at a party, I'd probably sit next to him.
That's cool.
I think he drank a little bit.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That is the sweetest reading, the keeper of all the animals. Oh my God, I love it.
I know.
I'm getting something very different, though, because you asked for information from your guides, and they're showing me, and I'm gonna straight up right now tell you some of this I don't understand. So it may mean something different to you, but they're showing me a scene on my stage that makes me think of the little Disney movie Frozen. And I have never watched it, so I don't know what it's about. But I do know that the lady can use her hands to do things. And so they're showing me you on the like you're the frozen, and they're showing me you doing things with your hands. And what I'm getting from that, because it morphs slightly into a different thing, is that I believe, and the colors of the stage is all holiday colors. And so I believe what they're saying is this time, this month, this holiday time, they are going to kind of develop your powers of manifestation. So I think that it might be a good idea to do just tiny little manifestation things, like even small ones, like show me a sign. I want to see a butterfly or over.
Yeah.
You're not going to see it at the Pacific Northwest. Well, yeah, I guess you could see a picture of one. But it basically they're opening up this power for you, or this gift for you, and that you should start trying it out a little bit. You know, start small. I mean, don't try to win the lottery this month, but then again, if you feel so called, go ahead.
Yeah. Wow. So I picked up that you're working on a package deal, and I think that's funny because you're a mom of 2 dogs, so that's a package deal, so to speak. But it looks like all or nothing. It's either both or not at all. You're going to have a growth opportunity, but remember that any challenges that come up are there to help you learn. We learn more from our challenges than we do from other things, unfortunately. And sometimes you might feel like you're on thin ice, but speak your truth. Very important to speak your truth. And that you're also at the end of a cycle and you'll be moving on to something new. And of course, we are coming to the end of a year, but I think it's something more than that. I think it's some kind of a cycle that you're in, that it's time that will shift for you. All right. Thank you so much.
Hey, give your dogs a nice big pat for me. A treat, little dog treat.
Little dog treat.
Dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
Esther G.
All right. So Esther G would like a general reading, please. Okay. So somebody is recommending some books for the Akash. Okay. Samantha, I'm the same way. I'm grateful for mine too.
I'm getting a male energy that passed that really broke your heart. That he just feeling a great deal of sadness about his passing. He would really, I mean, he's happy to be on the other side and everything, but that he has an attachment to something on earth that he cherished very much. I don't know if the attachment has to do with you or, I ask for a communicator to come in who has something to say to you. He just seems like a very passionate poet, like a poet, somebody who really felt things from the heart, that was really tactile and very much, when he made a friendship with a person, he really made that friendship. It was sort of very private. Getting an artist or an actor, somebody in the 3-dimensional sort of life world, not so much in the business. I'm just feeling a lot of love and a lot of.
She had a friend pass away last month, and it was a shock.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if this friend fits the description, but I feel like they were like that they're over there, but they weren't ready. It's like they ran out of the house without their shoes on, that kind of thing. Yeah. I just feel like they're checking in because they're not quite sure where they are. And I don't want to say this to hurt anybody, but he wishes he was still alive. He wishes, or this energy wishes they were still back on Earth because it was quick. Like they wanted to go back in and get their coat and get their shoes. But nope, they're popped over. Chocolate cake, food. I'm getting cake. You like chocolate cake? Or then all of a sudden I'm getting food. So, Esther, I don't know if that helps. Value your life. Value what you have. Eat dessert first because you might not have dessert tomorrow. So enjoy the sensual things in life and enjoy your life.
That's wonderful that he came through because he hasn't been gone that long. And a lot of times people would like to be, in touch with somebody there. Really, that's not very long ago that he passed.
No,
yeah.
But
yeah, he liked German chocolate cake.
Oh, okay. Chocolate cake. But he, it's like he kind of wants to open the door back up and say bye. I forgot to say goodbye, so I'm saying goodbye now, and I love you.
Okay,
so that's what I'm getting.
That's fabulous, Thayer.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just suddenly went away.
You went away. Poof.
I'll get some water. I'll be right back.
Do you want to wait and see and do some more, or do you want me to go, or do you want to go? If you want to go, I did get something. I got that. I do think that this is from your friend that passed away, but I just saw my stage filled with white, fluffy cotton, and then I noticed what it really was a big furry jacket that they put over you. Like they just want you to be warm and comfortable and take care of yourself. Give yourself a break this month. Take care of yourself. They want you to rest. They want you to be in comfort. That's what I'm getting with that. Just they want comfort for you.
Awesome. So Esther, what I got was that you've got a peaceful life. There's a panda that comes up, and the panda symbolizes gentle strength and personal boundaries and nourishment. And every time I think of a panda, I just want to, like hug it. And the next part I get is there's a fork in the road coming, that you might be having some decisions that you need to make, or you're at a crossroads, but there is no going back. So you can only move forward from there and stay grounded, because your legacy is making its way to you. However it is that you want to be remembered is part of what's coming for you, because the tree and all its branches symbolizes how you're branching out and what you're doing. So,
and that form could be there so you can have a big piece
of that pie, cake. Yeah, right. There you go. Thanks, Esther. All right, so Linda De Gonzalez wonders if she should pursue training.
Yes.
She heard this from the Crones on the Crone Zone, so that's why she's asking. So that's awesome. We would all say yes, of course.
I got an automatic yes.
Yeah.
I got an automatic yes, too. Yeah. My heart kind of took a leap forward, like, yes.
Yes, I got that.
Yep. Yeah. Then you can come here and you can do the readings with us. There you go.
You'd have a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
You have a lot of fun doing that, and you should get some friends to do it with, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep. Wow. So I'm going to just tell you quickly what the cards say. The cards say, even though it's hard work sometimes, it will all work out. You'll get it all hammered out, and you'll be able to find somebody that you can work with. And I know Susan Lynn and Kim, Medium Kim, they do these, and there are other folks as well. that do these mediumship classes or psychic classes. And look, you're being handed a rose. Yep, you've got an invitation. You know, if you ever watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, they keep the ones, they give them a rose to show them they want them. And look at this, you're going to be going through a transformation. You got the butterfly. Yeah. So yes, big yeses from the three of us. Yeah. Do it, girl.
Don't take it seriously.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it. I see a bunch of girls at a slumber party laughing and giggling all the way through the night, having a blast.
Right.
So I think
that's kind of what we do sometimes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, that what brings the energy in.
It does. So. Good luck, dear. Let us know how it goes. Yes. All right. So we have Lise here, who is wondering whether she should move out of her apartment, whether she will move out of her apartment. Oh, all right. So I got some new cards, and it's when, and okay, that's a clarifying card. When. Let's see what it says.
I'm hearing, where are you going? What are you doing? What's the plan, Stan?
Oh, that's funny because I get now is not the right timing.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, I don't know why. Maybe you have to find. I'm getting that you have to find something probably before you want to. You know, don't make any plans until you find something. And then I know it's a hard balance though to move in and out of, you know, how to finagle all that. So
I'm seeing a map and highways and that Paul Simon song. There's 50 ways to leave your lover. Look out the back, Jack. Make a little plan, Stan. No need to be coy, Roy. Just set yourself
right.
Free. Hop on the bus, Gus.
Just hop on the bus, Gus.
You know, discuss much. So, you know, I think if you know what you're doing and you know where you want to go, and you've got a plan, go for it. If you don't, I'm getting then, you know, make a little plan, Stan. And then, you know, so if you've got a good map and a good way of what you're doing and your income, do it. But if you're going to do it without knowing what you're doing, it will be harder.
Mm-hmm. Well, I used my pendulum, and I got that in 2023 that you can move out. I mean, it's always still up to you, but I went quarterly through the year to figure it out, and it seems to be that in the second quarter of the year, you will kind of discover where you're interested in, you know, where you're going to get more clarity about where you're going to go. But it doesn't seem that you're going to actually move until the last quarter, the very last quarter. So
maybe that's why now is not the right timing. Yeah, but it doesn't mean you won't do it. Maybe just not until later on in the year. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Thanks, Lise. Good luck, hon.
The intention has been set in motion. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, definitely. For my husband, Mark. Okay. I'm picking up a man who's has a very good sense of humor, who's very smooth in personality. I feel like in his younger years, I don't know how old he is, but he had dark hair and was tall, not exceptionally tall, but handsome, very handsome man. He's saying I'm all right. I'm I'm in the city. I like to go into the city and visit people. I'm seeing a cathedral and a church. I'm hearing a very smooth song, like a Frank Sinatra song. Not necessarily that it's literal, that this man's life sort of all flowed together. I'm not seeing a lot of struggle in his life. And I don't know if there was maybe there was some struggle in his death. I asked him if he could give me a memory of what you guys used to do together, and I'm seeing you going out and having dinner. We used to like go and have dinner together and talk.
If any of this resonates, Amy, you might want to just let us know so we can be sure she's got it. She's got the right guy here.
Yeah, I keep seeing an angel flying over the city. Like I'm looking down the Hudson, not the East River, but the Hudson on the Henry Hudson Parkway. And he's floating like an angel, like Gabriel with a horn, that sort of classic horn angel thing. And he's floating down the Henry Hudson Parkway. And I'm seeing it as a Henry Hudson Parkway, but you probably, I don't know whether you're in New York or not, but he's just fine. Like he's just flying along and things were smooth. Yeah, I feel like his death was sudden. And he said he really enjoyed going out. He did enjoy going out to dinner and being very intimate with you. I'm seeing a very intimate partnering where you're sitting at a table and you're eating food, but you're not really care about the food. You're just talking, and it's sort of like one of those romantic dinners. So I think the message that I'm getting from him is that he's still the romantic guy. He's still your husband, and he's always calling to you, always above you, and that he loves you. And he loves you in that intimate way that when people talk, when you're in love and you go out to dinner and everything else disappears except for the two of you. That's the image I'm getting. And red wine. He's showing me he really liked red wine and roast beef. But Hark, I'm here. Everything is fine. Everything is smooth. And I love you. Just you and no one else.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
So I also kind of see Mark on my stage. He's presenting in like his early 40s. He's very tall and upright and very almost military-esque in his bearing. But I think the other reason that this military thing just keeps coming at me is because he is all in army green. His skin, everything's army green. And when I think, oh, okay, so something, I don't know if he was in the army or if that he was somebody that was very regimented, get things done. But it still harks to what Thayer has said, because he's holding a bouquet of flowers in front of himself. He is very upright, but holding onto those flowers and just slightly leaning forward. So he is showing this love, deep love for you. As he's on the stage, he's not doing anything else. He's not looking around. He's like staring straight ahead, like he's staring at you and only you. Just what Thayer said, you and only you. And so I hope that the military green means something to you. It could mean lots of things, but I definitely think that he lived kind of a regimented life. Maybe he
was regimented.
Yeah.
No military, but was regimented, she says.
Right. Because I'm just seeing a very just this way, but yet the bouquet of flowers, and they're kind of very high in front of him, leaning forward a little bit. So there was that regimented, but that little boyish part that was like, oh, I got the flowers, that was there too. So.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Amy. Thanks so much. I'm going to move on because we are almost at it. We are at an hour.
He could be himself with you. He felt safe, and he could be himself with you.
Yeah. Okay, so Glorious wonders if we can have a reading from Patrick. I don't know who Patrick is in relation to you, Glorious, but we'll see if the ladies can get a hold of Patrick for you.
Allie, I should have mentioned to you that I'm going to have to go pretty soon. I have to take, actually, I have to go like really soon. So maybe read first, Thayer.
Read first. Go ahead. That's fine.
Yeah, I have to go pick somebody up at work that they don't have a car today.
Yeah. Well, we're already at an hour, but I've got still good. I had a lot of people asking questions, and these have run a little long. So thank you. You just go when you need to.
Let me try.
Okay.
So the Patrick I'm getting on my stage is very playful. Very playful. I don't know if he wants to be playful with me or with you, or if that was how he always was. But, okay, Patrick, give me the message, please. He says, come on, honey, don't be so serious. You're not going to get out of this alive. Which I'm like...
Yeah, it's like facing the truth or something. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think he wants to inject some playfulness into your life or something, or he was a real jokester, because he's like, lighten up. It's all about lighten up and remember, I love you. It's all going to work out in the end anyway. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm getting that. I got right away. I got these happy feet. Like I saw little elf happy feet that he was running around, sort of like doing a little jig and dancing. He was when I asked what you guys would do together, I see everybody in a kitchen, and he would be talking and animating and telling a story and sort of being the life of the party. And was always the controversial one, would always sort of play the devil's advocate and then make a big joke out of it. I'm seeing dark curly hair, sort of when he was young, and long legs, and I feel like he was a runner. He ran. I'm seeing feet with sneakers on them. And he goes, darn, I wish I could have stayed longer, because life was so interesting. But I feel like he had he was happy and gregarious on the outside, because he had troubles a little bit on the inside. He didn't quite know what to do with. Sort of I get the same feeling that Allie got, that Terri got. Yeah, of character. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we're picking up on the same energy.
Wonderful. Thank you. Terri, you go ahead and go. Thayer, you want to stay and do just a couple more?
I can do a couple more. Hey,
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Terri. Take care of yourself.
have
All
a
right.
whale of a good time.
All right. So we have Layla, who wonders if any of these people have any messages, either Lucy, her mom, her father Matt, or her brother John.
You know, I mean, when I read the question, I saw everybody sitting in church. I don't know if this is literal or not because of their names. They're very biblical type of names, as a family sitting down at a table as a family. Pass the mashed potatoes. Did you hear what so and so did last night? He did this or he did that in the neighborhood. I'm seeing a big dining room table, people in it, that they're very happy. They're very content to be with one another. And they go, yeah, you know, we're not physically with you, but we're with you as family in the heart. I keep seeing green beans and mashed potatoes and a Sunday dinner. Yeah. My feeling is, my quick message to you is, they're very happy and content to be with one another, and that they're waiting for you. But take your time, enjoy what we have, and remember who we are, because we're always, that feeling of family will always be in your heart, and that's what you're missing, is the closeness,
Right.
family, being together, and their family on the other side. And it's okay to sit down and close your eyes and be at the dinner table with them, because they are there in heart, but they think that you're doing something good is going to happen to you soon, something beneficial. I don't know how old you are, but I'm seeing they're going, oh, there's going to be a big Christmas present for you under the tree. I don't know if that's literal, but I'm getting the sense that something good, something loving and good is coming up for you. So hang on, dear.
So her brother was a minister, but they were all religious, and it's so hard because they had a lot of Sunday dinners together.
Oh, okay, and holidays.
That's why they're seeing all the food and
the
you know,
church.
them all together. Yeah.
That's all the church and everything.
But
they seem to think that a dog, I don't know if it's literal, but a dog or a love or something is going to come in that's going to even out your feeling of loss. So hang in there.
Something will fill a little bit of the hole.
God will come in and give you a gift that will give you the love that you miss from us.
Yeah. Wow.
But they're eating the mashed potatoes.
I got here that I verify what Thayer said, that something is wrapping up. You're close to finishing something and something else is coming in. That's exactly what Thayer said. And they said, we all came through as a package deal when we came to the reading. And that's why you saw us at the table. All three of us are around you all the time because we're such a close family. And they said, your pace is shifting and things are all downhill from there. So if you've been working on something to make happen or to have happen, you're on the downslide now. So, you know, smooth sailing ahead for you is what I get.
Wow. Yeah. Love. I keep seeing a dog or a cat. Love like that. And it could be a person.
Yep.
They haven't forgotten about your heart.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, thank you, dear. I wish you well. We have Jane Lahmeyer wonders about a general reading. All of 2022 was trying to sell her rural properties to move close to grandchildren. she hit a snag after snag in the market, and it was slow. So she'd love to move next year after fixing up. I guess she really wants to know if that is possible, or is that something that might happen.
You know, right away, Jane, I just see you sitting in a living room or a bed with all your grandchildren around you. That you're feeling happy and content and settled. I mean, that's what I'm getting. And that the kinks will work out. Like I'm seeing a hose. You know, when you get the hose that gets the kink in it, the water doesn't go through. I'm seeing that
Yes.
those will be worked out.
Stops up the water, doesn't come out fast
doesn't
enough.
come out. Yeah. So you've had that. And I'm also seeing wind. I'm seeing wind out on the prairie, moving the wheat and the grass. So take a couple of deep breaths, inch by inch, things will move forward and settle in. And I think if you keep the image of you being with your grandchildren, playing on the bed, reading stories, I'm seeing that sort of the mother hen together, that things are going to work out in your favor.
Right. Willow shared that she sees a lot of changes for change next year for you.
Yeah.
And that you'll sell, but maybe not as much money as you hoped, but fairly close to the asking price. And I just pulled a card. September looks like it might be the time that you will be able to do that. A lot of people who are looking for property in a general purchase, and if they have kids, they want to be in a house before September because they want the kids to start at the school on time. So that's something to think about.
Maybe the kinks are maybe doing some tweaking to the property.
Mm-hmm. That might be true. Yeah.
Yeah,
which is what she says. Yeah.
Talking to somebody about the property to see maybe if you did a little bit of here, a little bit there, then things will flow a little bit more. So, and ask for help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck, Jane. I don't want to discourage you if things can change. This is how the wind is right now. But I like that Willow verified too, because she also is a person that's a psychic. She can see too. And she gave you a little bit of information. So the changes are coming. Don't give up.
Don't give up. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is our last one we have today because it's getting later, and it's Robin Wiles. This is very sad. You've been thinking about your brother Richie. He's deceased. I wonder why I haven't heard lots from him over the years. All the five in her generation, died before they were 40. That is just devastating. I am so sorry to hear that, Robin. That's very difficult. Wow.
These 5 brothers are just the men in her family.
Like maybe cousins and, something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Hello, Andrea, Vicky, Hall.
Dropping like flies. I don't know why I'm laughing. I feel like yeah, we all dropped like flies before we were 40, before we got wrinkly. You say.
Are you getting that maybe it was some sort of a genetic thing? Maybe they didn't even know.
I got family. I got family. This is something in the family.
Willow says that she sees him as being incarnated now as one of the family once again.
Oh.
Yep. 6 cousins and brothers. Okay. Wow. When you die that young, no wonder you want to come back faster than
I feel like a shamanic energy cleansing on the family is important.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting, is to clear the energy, that there's some sort of something, an energy attachment in the family that's slowing them down.
Okay.
From moving forward.
It's interesting. It's all the men, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, things like that can run through the sexes.
Uh-huh.
But I just feel like they're having a good time on the other side. Yeah, I know. I keep getting consult a really good shaman.
Yeah. So yeah, I get here duality. So I agree with Willow that he's incarnated, but his higher self is still there and still able to access those realms, and that's where the duality comes in. Most of that, he's very self-reliant, and that's probably why you haven't heard from him, because he was busy over there and he was doing the work he needed to do and made the decision to come back, because he is a fierce person. He's very fierce, and yet look at this flowers in front of this person. And finally, I get the release, and that's exactly what you've had to do. You've had to release all of these men in your family. So maybe it would be nice to have that kind of work done. Yes, ascension energy, and this is true. Shifting is also working on ancestral healing forwards and backwards. So that's something to consider. Thanks, Andrea. Willow, you said, is the family connected to the Holocaust? She sees Germanic influence, the carried karma. Wow. Oh. Fascinating. That is fascinating.
I'm getting the same thing as Willow. Is that there is an energy that's being passed down to all the men, and this energy needs to be cleared.
Yeah. Do you think it's even possible that they could have been, let's say, on not the victims of the Holocaust, but the perpetrators of the Holocaust, and so that's why they had to leave earlier? Okay, unaware of that. All right. Ascension right now, Robin, is we are moving from a 3-dimensional world, which is what we live here on the earth, where we are sort of closed down and not aware of our vibrations and what we do. And the 5th dimension is currently coming in, and they're calling that ascension. And that is into the 5th dimension, where you're more aligned and your vibration is higher, and you're able to see different things as they come in. And that's just kind of a quick and dirty explanation of it, but it's very, very interesting. So, okay. Oh, yes, Willow. Okay. Well, that's very possible. Of course, you wouldn't know if they were connected to the Holocaust if they are reincarnations from the Holocaust, but they all came in together in one family. That would be something that you might have to check into, But I agree. A healing.
The Holocaust can be a symbol of a darker energy, that like I had an energetic parasite taken out of me that was passed down through all the women from the mother side of my family. We all had depression, failed marriages, and I saw a shaman in California that took it out. It's sort of like you make a deal. You kind of make it not really a deal with the devil, but an energy or a thought energy comes in and gets very, very strong and stays there, that can affect the flow of life. So that could, but my life, after I got this parasite removed, my life moved forward.
That's fine. Yeah.
I mean, I could have healing that would stay. I would heal and then go back, heal and then go back. So
Willow, that's interesting. The poverty gene. I think I've had that embedded in me from my mother, because she'd always, her favorite go-to was, we can't afford that. That was what she said about everything. And so you come from that poverty mentality. It's hard not to grasp and want, But I don't know if I've said this correctly, because Robin did ask about what happened to the fourth dimension. But my feeling is the fourth dimension is something we have moved in and out of from the third dimension when we balance out the earth and the spiritual energies in our life, and we become more imbalanced. So in other words, we are able to ground ourselves and yet also access the higher realms. Now, I hope that's true. I feel like that's my truth. So I have, oh, wow. Willow has seen those parasitic entities. That's interesting. I've never heard of them before. I've not heard of that. So you taught me something new. And we're not aware that we have them. Is that the truth, Thayer? You weren't aware what it was that was holding?
I wasn't aware until I met a couple other women that were into the metaphysical.
Right.
And the woman that I was doing healing with said, "Oh, I met this shaman, Durek. He says that you have a parasitic entity that needs to be taken out. You have a very difficult daughter." And he was so right that I went out there, and he vibrationally took it out of me. It's sort of like a thought process, a thought that you have that just grows and grows and grows because you keep feeding that thought, you keep feeding that identity over and over again, so it gets really big. And then after
that would have been what my mother always said. She would say, we can't afford that. We can't. And it was always about everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So it becomes part of your
identity.
And it can manifest physically.
I know.
In you. Yeah. So for that particular family, I mean, they're fine on the other side. They're having a good time. They're glad they're all together. But they'll know when it's time to break. Something will happen. Maybe this conversation will help it. I don't know.
Well, Willow is going to be having her own spiritual show, and it's after hours. Usually it's going to be Willow's Place. She's going to be talking about a lot of these things as well. Oh, cool. So check it out when you see it. I know, Willow. I'm thrilled. And I must say, for entertainment purposes only, that all of these readings and discussions, just because I have to cover my butt. In the meantime, thank you, Thayer. And I want to thank Terri again, even though she's gone. And we'll see you next week. And Thayer, please get better. Really, really better.
Every day. I was on my bike today. I went out. And prayers for your brother.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. Right. Thank you.
Big
Take care, everybody.
Have a good time.
Thanks so much for coming. Thank you. Bye-bye, honey.